You're grinding every day. Long hours, no backup, no accountability. That ends now. The Empower Solopreneur Mastermind gives you one simple advantage: a weekly power session that turns isolation into domination. Every Friday morning on Zoom, you'll get real coaching and real feedback to make real moves. Join a group of driven professionals in a program designed for solopreneurs and people working at home. Stop getting stuck. Start scaling. Seats are limited. Lock in yours today at modernobserver.com/empower-mastermind.
Tensions rise between the United States and Iran, a trade deal with Taiwan, Grok AI facing global bans, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. Tensions between Iran and the United States may be reaching a tipping point. The Islamic Republic of Iran may be holding more than 8 American citizens and U.S. residents prisoner, exceeding the publicly reported number of 5. As protests surge nationwide, Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, issued rare warnings to the U.S. in Russian on X, a move analysts say underscores Tehran's alignment with Moscow as pressure mounts on the regime. In a post dated January 11th, Khamenei wrote in Russian, "The United States today is miscalculating in its approach towards Iran." Hours later, he followed with a second message, also in Russian, warning that Americans had suffered defeat before because of miscalculations and would do so again because of erroneous planning. The U.S. government is now urging Americans to leave Iran immediately. President Trump announced new 25% tariffs on countries doing business with Tehran and confirmed Iran has sought talks, while warning action may come first. Protests have left more than 550 dead and over 10,600 arrested as Iran's leadership threatens U.S. and Israeli targets. President Trump warned Cuba on Sunday that Venezuelan oil and money will no longer flow to the island nation after years of Cuba providing security services to Venezuelan dictators, telling Havana to make a deal before it's too late. The Cuban president immediately rebuffed the threat, declaring, "Cuba is a free, independent, and sovereign nation. No one tells us what to do," and vowing to defend the country to the last drop of blood. Taiwan has reached a general consensus with the U.S. on a trade deal, the Democratic Islands negotiators said on January 13th after months of talks. Taiwan and the U.S. began negotiations in April to hash out a trade deal after U.S. President Donald Trump slapped a 32% tariff on Taiwanese exports, which was later lowered to 20% as part of his sweeping measures against dozens of trade partners. Taiwanese President Lai Ching-te has pledged to boost investment in the U.S. and increase defense spending as his government tries to further reduce the levy on its shipments, as well as avoid a toll on its semiconductor chip exports. The deal commits Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Corporation to building at least 5 more facilities in Arizona. Anti-Semitism continues to rise. The suspect in an investigation of a fire at a prominent Jackson, Mississippi synagogue confessed to starting the blaze because of its Jewish ties, according to a criminal complaint submitted by the FBI. The suspect set fire to Beth Israel congregation, the state's largest Jewish house of worship, early Saturday, using gasoline as an accelerant, the complaint alleges, heavily damaging the structure. In an interview with authorities on Saturday, the suspect, identified as Stephen Spencer Pittman, age 19, admitted to setting Beth Israel on fire, calling it the synagogue of Satan, the complaint says. The British government intensified its crackdown on AI-generated sexual abuse Monday after ministers confirmed a possible ban on Elon Musk's social media platform X amid a widening probe and with the company potentially incurring hefty fines. The dramatic move follows the launch of a formal investigation by Ofcom, the UK communications regulator, into whether X breached its legal duties under the UK's Online Safety Act, and came after reports that the platform's built-in AI chatbot, Grok, was used to generate and share sexualized deepfake images of women and children. Grok was launched in 2023, but its image generator feature, Grok Imagine, was added in 2025 with a specific mode to generate adult content. Malaysia and Indonesia have blocked Grok, the chatbot from Elon Musk's XAI, as regulators around the world respond to it generating non-consensual sexual imagery. Paramount Skydance's efforts to acquire Warner Bros. Discovery have entered their proxy fight and lawsuit era, following the Warner's board's repeated rebuffing of its hostile takeover bid and decision to stick to its deal with Netflix. Paramount lodged a lawsuit yesterday to force Warner to disclose more details about its $83 billion deal with Netflix, and announced that it would commence a proxy battle to nominate new directors to Warner Bros. Discovery's board that would accept Paramount's $30 per share bid. Warner responded by saying that the lawsuit was meritless and said Paramount was attacking a board that had delivered an unprecedented amount of shareholder value. That's the Raw Naked Truth for January 13th, 2026. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth Daily News Brief, as well as our sister podcast, Carnivore Radio, with news analysis and commentary, and the rest of the Xvadio Podcast Network at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcast app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.